Squat depth. Might be an uncomfortable topic for some people.
That was good, right?
Yes!
You got that depth.
But let's dive right in. Your individual squat depth is going to be dependent on your mobility. We should always be striving towards full range of motion to keep the integrity of our joints. So let's look at two different depths with the squat, the first being a parallel depth squat. What we're looking for are the hip and knee joints parallel to the floor. And a below parallel squat is when that hip joint dips below the knee joint. 3 restrictions with the squat. We're going to start with the ankles. Limited dorsiflexion, the ability to get your knee over the toe, will definitely limit you on how deep you can squat. The soleus is usually forgotten about, but does have a critical role in ankle mobility. A great mobility exercise for this is soleus calf raises off an elevated surface. We're kind of mimicking the bottom position of the squat, stabilizing the ankle and actually working that soleus muscle with this exercise. Next restriction, your hip rotation. More specifically, your internal rotation. There are a plethora of other muscles involved with restricting squat depth, but your internal rotation of the hip is key. 90-90 variations biasing hip internal rotation are your best bet. You can then move on to doing some internal rotations on the wall. Third restriction is the anterior chain of your lower body. We're talking mostly your quads and your hip flexors. The couch stretch is a great position to get into to stretch both of these, but often it's misperformed. Usually, we'll see people flare the rib cage and arch their lower back. Ideally, we're not trying to flare the rib cage, we're trying to keep it pushed down, core tight, squeeze the glutes, and lean back into the stretch. So give some attention to those restricted areas, and you'll definitely see an improvement with your squat depth. I'll see you guys on the next one.